Super weather.
Welcome back to Midwest Access. I'm meteorologist Sarah Gannon. Let's take a look at the forecast. As things are on the quiet side outside today, we are though seeing some pockets of sunshine between that filtered cloud cover and winds a bit on the breezy side for sure. Live look outside from your Lewis Notto live camera. Look towards downtown Rochester. You can see the trees kind of blowing around here this afternoon. As we look at those strong winds, we're looking at winds sustained anywhere from around 20 to 30 miles per hour. Some stronger gusts at this point in time. We'll gradually be looking at those wind speeds kind of dying down here as we continue throughout the rest of tonight. Otherwise, temperatures very mild here at this point in time, more seasonal into those low and mid 60s. And again, more filtered sunshine in the area here at this point in time. So as we look ahead to the rest of this evening, we will continue to see more increased cloud cover in the next couple of hours. Certainly some stronger winds in place before we see winds gradually backing off later on this evening. But temperatures should be back into the 50s here by about 6-7 o'clock tonight. Looking forward, though, to a milder start, to more seasonal start, I should say, to tomorrow. So looking ahead at the rest of tonight, your first alerts, looking at a quiet evening for the region. Seasonal overnight, and we'll look to see temperatures certainly much cooler compared to today. For our Tuesday, we'll see highs into those lower 50s, so a bit of a cool down on the way. We'll look to see that cooler trend sticking with us into much of this upcoming work week, and even throwing in a couple more frost chances here in the next few mornings. So looking ahead to that frost and maybe even a freeze potential here, that forecast, we're looking at no concerns heading into tomorrow morning. However, the greatest concern will be Wednesday morning, where we could be looking at a widespread frost, maybe even a late freeze possible in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa as temperatures approach that those lower 30s, nearing that 32-degree mark, if not a little colder. Maybe additional frost chances possible come Thursday morning, but past that, Friday morning and into the weekend, no concerns with any frost or freeze potential on the way. But as I mentioned, temperatures will stay kind of on the cooler side, below average here for Tuesday, Wednesday. That does extend into Thursday. We're a little bit closer to seasonal by Friday. However, temperatures will still be within a couple degrees below average, but at least we'll be back in the 60s. This weekend, temperatures much more seasonal into those mid, maybe even upper 60s come Sunday. So tomorrow morning, no concerns for frost or freeze on the way. By 7 a.m., we'll be seeing temperatures into those upper 30s, some low 40s maybe possible as well, and kind of a mix of sun and clouds to kick off the day. Increasing that cloud cover a little bit more by the second half of our Tuesday. High temperatures there below average, roughly about 10 degrees or so below average possible here tomorrow afternoon, with temps climbing into those low, maybe mid 50s on the warm side. A look at that 10-day forecast. We have to hold off until about Friday, Saturday before we see temperatures returning back to the 60s. So below average trend once again here through this work week. Before the weekend into next week, we see temperatures returning back to more seasonal levels in the mid 60s here in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. That's a look at your first alert weather.
Don't forget your umbrella.